Yeah, well, the Cursing Stone of Carlisle, you can happily go and see if you dare now. It's on the underpass between the Tully House Museum and the castle at Carlisle, and it's a very impressive piece of artwork. It was designed by an artist called Gordon Young and actually carved by Andy Altman. And it was designed to appear in the Tully House Museum as a centrepiece for that, which indeed it did at first. And it's called the Cursing Stone because the artist chose a 13th century curse to inscribe on the rock. And this is quite a remarkable curse. It was issued by an Archbishop of Glasgow. And he was fed up with the border reivers, the sort of gangsters of the 13th century who kept raiding farms and homesteads in the borders. So he issued this curse, and it goes on for about 6 pages of A4. This is only a short extract, but it gives you an idea of the venom and anger that this archbishop felt. I curse them going and I curse them riding. I curse them standing and I curse them sitting. I curse them eating and I curse them drinking. I curse them rising and I curse them lying. I curse them at home. I curse them away from home. I curse them within the house. I curse them outside the house. And he just goes on and on like this, as I say, for 3 or 4 pages of A4. You do feel by the end of it, you're just thinking, let it go, you know. Anyway, this curse exists. It was, a genuine religious document. So the artist decided to use this and inscribed onto this giant boulder, which, as I say, you can now see. And that was erected in 2001. But about 12 years later, Carlisle began to suffer a series of rather catastrophic events. Well, first of all, of course, you had foot and mouth in 2001, and then Carlisle had floods. There were other natural disasters in the way of storms, and then worst of all, and perhaps the most conclusive, Carlisle United dropped a league in the division. And this was enough for one councillor, Councillor Jim Tootle, who brought it up at the council that the sole reason for Carlisle's bad luck was the cursing stone that existed in Tully House. And this was a light-hearted news story on a slow news day. But of course the press loved this, and it started this whole controversy into what should be done with this stone. And they eventually decided to move the stone out of Tully House and hide it away in the underpass. And I'm sure Tully House say, oh, well, we always planned it to sort of move it there. But it does seem to have been a sop to the idea that the city was cursed. And I'd like to say that Carlisle has been blessed with good luck ever since, but sadly not. Well, the interesting thing is that when the artist designed this, he actually consulted Christians, which rather surprised me, because normally I think artists just go along and do what they like, but he did the right thing perhaps and consulted Christians. And they were agreeable to using this curse as long as hidden within the inscription was a blessing from the Bible, which would nullify the curse. So the idea was that although it was a curse on the Reivers, and there are plenty of descendants of the Reivers, this blessing would actually annul that curse. So I think you're quite safe to go and touch it, but don't hold me personally responsible if you fall over and break a leg afterwards. Well, I would take care when approaching the Cursing Stone or any other place that has a reputation for bringing bad luck. I've been involved in a number of cases where just as with ghosts and poltergeist phenomena, you almost seem to catch bad luck. So I think it's best to take some form of protection according to your own beliefs, because I think, you know, your own belief structure will protect you. So if you're a Christian, I would say a prayer before you touch it. If you're more, I don't know, New Age, you know, imagining an aura of white light around Jupiter to protect you, or calling on your spirit guide to protect you if you're a spiritualist. And it can't do any harm, can it? But equally, there are places with good luck. And Beetham in the south of Cumbria has got the fairy steps, which are steps cut into the rock. And if you can walk through without touching the sides, the fairies will grant you a wish and give you good luck. So you may have to balance off, you know, the bad luck with the good.